So do I when I hear a record like that. That's the Canadian band Nickelback and Rockstar. And of course, they are said to drink too much, aren't they? The Rockstars smoke too much. Sometimes they throw TVs out of windows, smash up hotel rooms. Could we all learn something from Rockstars? Deep Purple singer Ian Gillan, Ozzy Osbourne guitarist Bernie Torm are speaking at a seminar today in Dartford aimed at teaching managers how to be more creative. Would a bit of air guitar work in your office? Do you think your boss would benefit from being a bit more rock and roll? The Gillingham man behind the event is Peter Cook. He joins us now from our Chatham studio. Morning, Peter. Great to have you on the show.
Good morning, Julia, again. Nice to hear from you.
Where did the big idea come from?
Well, the big idea came from 3 books that I've written, acclaimed by world-class business people, not rock stars, Tom Peters and Charles Handy. I wrote a book called Sex, Leadership and Rock and Roll. I'm qualified in all 3. I used to work in pharmaceuticals, so I could have helped you with drugs in the previous feature. I've got 2 kids. I think that covers sex. And I've played with a few punk rockers and rock stars. But not Ian Gillan of Deep Purple. He's not coming to Dartford on the 19th of June, by the way.
Oh, right. Who is coming?
Bernie Torm. The BBC this morning on the Today programme read The Independent and thought that Deep Purple and Black Sabbath were coming.
Oh, OK. Well, we made the same mistake, so our apologies.
We wish we could have them. In fact, Bruce Dickinson phoned up shortly after the piece and offered himself, but I'd said no.
Shall we have a blast just to get ourselves in the mood?
Please do,
okay.
Yes.
Oh no!
A kind of compilation of various classic rockers. How does it make you feel when you hear that, Peter?
Well, I do play in a band, and there is nothing better than that, really, apart from business, which is what we're speaking about. We're mixing up music and business, but actually being in a rock band, there is nothing much better than that, really, although I had a sensible career, so I've had to augment that by bringing Bernie along, who's mixed with some of rock's greatest people, like Ozzy Osbourne and Ian Gillan and Twisted Sister and people like that.
What is the crossover then between rock music and business? What could managers learn from rock stars?
Well, for example, I think that in business people have lots of arguments sometimes. They fail to resolve a situation. They have a great meeting. They don't make a decision. They go and talk about each other in the toilets afterwards, usually. And that in music we call that dissonance, where notes seem not to fit. But in music you can make beautiful music out of notes that don't fit without getting too technical. In business it costs you millions of pounds. So of course the art of being creative in business is hearing things that don't appear to fit, and businesses that succeed manage to do new things and mix things together in ways that customers want, and the businesses that go to the wall keep doing the same thing, which is what I call head banging.
Okay, it all sounds a bit wacky. In your experience, do rock stars make good businessmen and women?
Well, actually, no, mostly not. I mean, Bernie's quite nervous about coming to this event because his experience of dealing with the music business is dealing with people that are completely non-authentic, people that don't pay you on time, and people that really are the kind of people that I've really not met in my time working for a charitable pharmaceutical company. I had a very lucky life working for a business that was basically authentic, did the right things, did what it said it would do, but the vast majority of businesses, and the music business, is a basket case. So Bernie's rather worried that it'll ruin his cred to come along to this. And I said, well, don't worry, you just play Smoke on the Water and some other classic rock tracks.
Is he literally just there to play the music and you're there to do the chat?
Oh, no. He talks very convincingly on the art of creating and innovating in music, because there are in an octave only 12 intervals, but you can make tons of music with him, as you just demonstrated with AC/DC and Black Sabbath. They're all the same notes, but you can make an awful lot of different music. So Bernie's going to do an interview, a short cameo piece, but of course his main thing thing that people are coming to see is to hear him play the guitar, which will be absolutely, and I can't use the word in between that, awesome.
Yes, absolutely bleeping awesome.
Yeah, indeed.
What sort of managers are going to come? I mean, should we send ours, for instance?
You should send anyone that wants to actually be more decent, authentic and reasonable in business, and not the other sorts of people that get on The Apprentice. Excuse my distaste there. The event is being organised by the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply, so we're getting a load of procurement managers along. So these are people that say things like Six Sigma, and other bad language like that, so that we're going to see if we can fit that language into a classic rock track during the evening. But basically we've got a load of suits coming along, including a guy who was in the Independent this morning, who is the senior economic advisor for PricewaterhouseCoopers, and he's advised the Bank of England on strategy. He got so sick of Mervyn King using horse racing as an analogy that he turned to Led Zeppelin and Genesis to help the Bank of England with their economic strategy.
Is this all of this serious, or are you pulling my leg with some of this? I mean, is this a serious conference, or is it just an opportunity for a bunch of blokes to do some air guitar?
There's a bunch of women as well. No, it's deadly serious, what we're teaching people. I'm not really dwelling on the serious content, but in fact, if learning is fun, people learn better, they learn longer, they learn for a lot longer. So I make no apology for making learning interesting, but no, it is very serious.
When's it all happening? Where can people still tag along if they want to?
They can't tag along. We've got about 12 tickets left at the last count. It's on June the 19th at the Dartford Hilton Hotel, 6 o'clock through to about 9 o'clock. Drinks and canapes at 6 or whatever they call it.
How much does somebody's business have to stump up for one of those remaining 12 tickets?
A mere £30 for food, drink, a book, an opportunity to meet Bernie, and a chance to play in a rock band. We will have some of the audience in the band.
How is that going to work? Well, these people have played before.
Well, if they're no good, I turn them off.
Of course, if you don't go along to that, there's the Download Festival this weekend in Donington. Are you going to be part of that? No,
I don't get an invite to those sort of things. The best I've ever done is sponsored a Spinal Tap type tour for the cult punk rocker John Otway. I lost my shirt on that because the plane never took off. But that's another story altogether.
Peter, I hope you have a great success. It sounds loads of fun. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
That's Peter Cook, the man behind this rock and business event that's taking place shortly. 12 more tickets, £30 a go. If you want to know more about it or you want to send your boss along, give us a call. We'll put you in touch.
Travel. BBC Radio Kent.
Got some Stones coming up.